Speaking of girls, and we'll have to get into this for the next episode. Stacy didn't say Stacy girls.
Oh my god, I know. That was the first thing I thought of.
What does the song sound like? I don't fucking know because Stacy didn't say Stacy girls.
I didn't know who it was. They just said some letters in a row.
What am I listening to?
It actually kind of was like, caught me off guard.
It was to the point where I said, is this not the single?
Yes, I was like, is this a pre-release? That doesn't seem like Stacy. They only released 3 songs at a time.
God. You can't develop a brand so strongly. And then just drop it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
I thought you were going somewhere else with that. I don't know where, but I didn't think it was that.
No, that's it. But we've got a full month, so let me jump right into it.
A busy July.
Hello and welcome back to Chaos, the premier lesbian K-pop podcast, where 2 lesbians, go figure, discuss K-pop. Imagine that.
I like how that's the brand now.
You can't have K-pop without lesbians.
That's true. And you can't be a gay person without talking about it.
So there's that. But it's July. We've got a lot to talk about. I'm Danny, and that's Lotus.
Hello. Yeah, this is, we're a bit late because I said can't do first week of August. I'm busy. I'm traveling. And then I got sick. And now it is almost the end of August.
But that's fine.
Hey,
no one has to know, even though they know exactly when these episodes are recorded based on when they're published. No one has to know.
We're still keeping our promise of doing 1 episode a month, and that's all that matters.
Yep. July is what, the 7th month? Is it?
Yes, it is the 7th month. I was just so caught off guard by you asking which month July is.
Because I thought I'd ask before I bring out my fingers to start counting.
Well, the thing is, I laugh, but I can't really blame you because as a kid, I was really bad with June and July because I believe July 25th is Father's Day and June 25th is my dad's birthday.
Oh, so you have a reason.
Right. So, because it's that's basically the same day in terms of my dad's birthday versus Father's Day. It's the same thing.
They're the same holiday.
Yeah, so I got very confused as a kid. I actually think I might have those backwards, but it doesn't matter.
Like you said, same day.
I know on the day, and that's all that matters.
But it's July.
It's July.
Which for K-pop means, well, the shit's just going to be very busy.
Yep, all of the summer releases need to come out right now. We weren't ready in June. We weren't ready in May. They're all coming out now.
July and August are the only summer months.
Yes. I guess they are in Korea. Korea's always, more of a northern latitude than I ever think about. Same goes for Japan. I forget how far north Japan is compared to us.
True, but it still doesn't make sense.
I'll pretend it does. They have snow.
Okay, yeah, sure. That's yeah. And that is something you don't get.
No, well, only if something has gone horribly wrong.
When the world is okay, you don't get snow.
No.
But
so I say, if it's a balmy 55 degrees and a little bit overcast, I guess they don't count it as summer. And who am I to blame them?
Okay, you know what? We'll go with that logic. So it makes sense that July and August have been ridiculous in terms of K-pop releases. A lot of July was pre-release.
Yes, we have reached pre-release hell. This is the new normal, I guess, especially for the big 3 companies. Well, if we're going to be honest, now it is the big 4 with Hybe. At least I would consider it.
Absolutely.
And pre-releases are just where we are. Everybody needs at least 2, if not more, pre-releases if you're going to put together a serious EP and a serious album rollout. And I hate it.
Hate it. I knew that things have been bad, but I knew we were to the point of no return when The Rose had a pre-release single.
You are a band.
You're a band. And you do not have comebacks like that or of the scale where you need a pre-release.
Yeah. Back in my day.
Speak on it.
In the West. I mean, an album, you would just release a title track and it wouldn't have a music video. And then you would have like the real title track. Mm-hmm. You just have an album release single, whatever, you know, like Ariana Grande, Dangerous Woman had like 3 of them. And they just released on iTunes or whatever. And then the real album came out. And yeah, I'm acutely aware of how we're in because I make the spreadsheet for us of all the releases, and I have to mark everything as pre-release so that we don't accidentally try to talk about an album a month ahead of time because we weren't paying attention. And there are, just out of the ones that we listed on the doc this month, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, technically 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 pre-release singles.
14 pre-release singles.
That's not godlike.
It's not. And I think for this month, every pre-release single had an album that released within this month, I think.
Yeah, I adjusted it.
Horrible. I have nothing to say other than pre-releases are already...
Except for the Roses 2 pre-releases, which I don't even think we're going to really talk about because the album's not out yet, but I just wanted to say, like, that's
the
what
album's
the doc
not
looks
out
like.
yet?
No.
Oh,
it'll come out in August.
I see.
Not even August. I don't know.
There's no fucking way that album's coming out in September.
I think it might be.
Let's just start with June. The man, not the month.
Yes, I was going to say from 17.
From 17.
June in July.
June and July decided to put out another track, Psycho. I'll just say. 17's solo music at this point has not had an impact on me that lasts.
Okay.
And I do feel the same about Psycho, although I do remember it and like it more than I did with Limbo.
I think that's fair. Limbo was just like, kind of just came out to come out. I mean, Hoshi technically being first with Spider, like I still listen to that song pretty regularly. I still like that song. I don't like Ruby, if I'm
Oh, hell no.
Black Eye is fine. I think it more stuck around for the lyrics and for people who are like specifically Vernon stans, which is arguably the purpose of these solo albums, or not albums, solo comebacks. But yeah, Psycho by Jun is definitely my favorite so far. I'm obviously a little bit biased because I really enjoy Jun, but this is also the kind of song that I would want to see from someone. I think it's a good fit for Jun and like the kind of personality that he displays among 17. And yeah, I really like it. I listen to it on the regular. I love the outfits, except arguably the outfit towards the end, the Charles Jeffrey Loverboy. Like, we've all seen that outfit a million times. Bam Bam has worn it. Taemin has worn it. Actually, I think literally just about every single male soloist has worn it, unless they're doing a more gentle kind of comeback. So, you know, it looks cool, but I was like, man, this again, you know? It's a little too iconic for its own good. But yeah, I loved his PVC, his all red look, his little like faux straight jacket, knitted vest was really, really fun. Yeah, love his hair, love the makeup in it, nice and simple.
Yeah. Out of all of the 17 members, regardless, I'm always going to look forward to a June single because he has the look, the body, the skill to pull off amazing outfits and just
slithering around on the stage.
Slithering around. Choreo that you really want to look at.
Yeah, that you know a lot of other people probably can't do. And, you know, one thing I didn't think about till right now is it probably helps. I think Jun, he must have the most solo experience out of any member because he promotes solo in China, like, all the time. Like, sometimes he'll technically be promoting with Minghao, with the 8, but, like, they're not really promoting together.
No, Jun also had a career before 17. It wasn't in music, but like he had a career.
Yeah, he was a child actor for a while.
Listen, sometimes it shows.
Now, do you mean that as a compliment or?
I understand it's duplicitous, that statement, but like, it's a compliment. It's not a diss to anybody in specific, like anybody specific. It's just sometimes it shows like just you understand stage presence, which even though June sometimes has the weirdest stage presence, just because he doesn't always emote on stage, oddly enough, but like it's just, star quality, I guess, is what I'm getting at.
Perhaps he just knows when to serve, which usually does not involve a lot of facial expressions.
Serve in your solo stuff. That's your moment.
That's true.
And when you have 12 other people on stage with you,
yeah, honestly.
Phone it in sometimes.
You don't have to. You don't have, especially, in this super era, not just 12 people on stage. We're looking at 80 plus people on this stage. So you just do what you got to do and make it look good as part of a group. But that is what makes it all the nicer when he could be let off the leash for his solo stuff. And yeah, I like Psycho a lot.
Yeah, I like Psycho more than Limbo.
Beautiful gowns.
All right.
Did you read what's next?
All right. So, next is TXT and Jonas Brothers' Do It Like That single. I would have listened to this song regardless, but it's specifically on the dock because before we started recording June's episode, and like this is the beauty of friendship, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Lotus said, hold on, I have to say something now because I don't want to forget it. I said, don't worry, I'll write it down. And it was before, I don't even think you had finished the sentence. I think you said,
no, I haven't.
And the Jonas Brothers and TXT song. And then I go, did you also think Nick Jonas was speaking Korean?
Because, like, I can't say that he doesn't enunciate. I'll just say that the Jonas Brothers have a colorful interpretation of what enunciating means in the English language. Because I was listening to the song and I wasn't paying super close attention. Like, I just put it on. And it wasn't until we got to Yeonjun that I was like, oh, they're speaking English.
It took a minute for it to connect because I was like, wow, Jonas Brothers are going all in trying to get this global audience. They got Nick Jonas crooning in Korean.
I mean, I think part of it is like it's naturally kind of harder to understand what someone is saying in that higher pitched register. Which, I mean, the Jonas Brothers virtually always singing, but you would never think that the Jonas Brothers would be singing in a different language, except for this song where it's like TXT featuring the Jonas Brothers, if we're being honest. And yeah, I was completely caught off guard. This is going to be terrorizing Old Navy and Gap employees for years to come.
Yes, it is. Like, I honestly, I couldn't even tell you what the song sounds like. There's just a lot of Do It Like That in there.
It's that cowbell.
It's fine. It's on the radio top 40. I don't care about it. I just thought it was funny that our immediate reaction to have listening to a song was Nick Jonas is speaking Korean.
That's the main thing. Our other sort of reaction, which probably is the last of our thoughts on it, because again, there's just not much to talk about, is the pre-release poster for this when we saw TXT's looks in this video for the first time, and they look really weird.
They, like,
it's the makeup, but also kind of the hairstyling. It's like this really thick American veneer was put on them, and it's so bizarre.
Yes. Have you seen, on the flip side of that, I think Joe Jonas took a selfie, the middle one.
That doesn't help. What's his hair look like?
They all have the same hair, though. It's the one who's dating the Game of Thrones girl. He's got the eyebrows.
I thought that was Joe.
Yeah, that's what I meant. It is Joe. Oh, I said Kevin accidentally.
I see.
I believe it's Joe Jonas took a selfie with one of the TXT members, and like the Snow app was working hard, somehow whitewashing the fuck out of Joe Jonas. And I said, that's the balance in the world.
They got rid of that 11% Italian heritage or whatever it must be. They said absolutely not. There will not be a drop of melanin on this camera.
That's the balance. You get TXT looking like just very strange. Somebody messed up the formula doppelgangers.
I was going to say it's like Mirrorverse TXT.
Uh-huh. And then you get Jonas Brothers, and they're just looking a little Korean.
Oh, it was very strange.
Hybe has always, like, I remember when Hybe was still Big Hit and, like, BTS was fresh. Big Hit's big thing was like, oh, we're like a business company that's venturing into music, and so we're all about the business side of music and global expansion, etc., etc. They really mean it now.
Oh, yes.
They really mean it now.
It's kind of, well, not kind of, it is scary. I don't like it.
I mean,
I'm glad we get some nice songs out of it. But I mean, like, even just watching BTS's, like, global, it's not a monopoly because it's different, different mediums, but they have a book and they have all these extremely predatorily monetized mobile games, and they just have everything. Everyone's a soloist now. It's, It feels a little dystopian.
Oh yeah, it's really profiting off of the like overconsumption that K-pop naturally lends itself to.
Mm-hmm.
And then just adding a new American audience that is so greedy for content that you can find for free and that K-pop fans have always found for free. It's just Big Hit is going above and beyond to put shit out and monetize it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not my business. That's not my business.
That's none of our business.
Mm-mm.
If it was our business, we'd shut up because we would make a lot of fucking money.
Hello.
I wouldn't say a word.
I
give a lot to charity, but I wouldn't say a word.
I'd have the little 7 on my Twitter name. And I'd shut the fuck up.
That little exponent.
Uh-huh. Moving on to EXO. They decided to have a comeback. No. I think this was a full group comeback. They just still couldn't promote as a full group.
Yeah, I believe that's what it is. Everyone's in at least 2 of the music videos have everybody. I might be misremembering.
Yeah, the music
it's the
videos,
promotion and the full like comeback. The album, yes, but the comeback, which is such a only K-pop could produce a sentence like that.
Yeah, girl. So it's EXO's first full group album release in probably a long time, because EXO, they're nearing Hag age. They're not quite there yet, but they're getting there.
Mm-hmm.
And they put out Cream Soda as the single. Let me talk about the pre-release single first. Hear me out. It's good. It's a little summery, vibey song. I said, oh, this is kind of fun. I'm really curious to see how Cream Soda is going to sound, because the name is horrible.
You don't like it? Do you like cream soda in real life?
No.
I was going to say, it's probably too sweet for you, right?
Yeah, Sprite. That's my sweet drink.
so
no.
Even with a sweet tooth, cream soda is very, very sweet. It's
sickly. And then just, I mean, forgive me. I'm a child of the internet. I just don't want to hear the word cream.
You hate those TikToks that talk about creamy keyboards?
I just don't want it.
Yeah, I think we're making up words at this point. Like,
we sure
speaking
are.
Up new definitions that don't make no sense. But yeah, I mean, genuinely, I think that the name of the song is misplaced. Like, it doesn't match the sound at all. Especially because this song is very obviously supposed to be called Champagne, and it's very obviously supposed to be about champagne. But
you think so?
Yes. It doesn't fit the what's the word? Like the syllable count of the chorus, so they had to change it. That's what it feels like.
But see, I don't think that SM would what's the word? Would be afraid of a champagne song with EXO, because they've already sang about champagne and wine and shit. Like, it's not new
but
for
I'm saying I think it was called Champagne. The concept was champagne, and then they said, well, it's a lot harder to rhyme and sing about champagne. It doesn't flow as well in the chorus. They said, let's change it to cream soda. And that's what
And so extending cream soda into like cream soda, that's 3 syllables. 4 if you really want to do it up.
They had to go back to the drawing board too many times.
This song it does not sound good. It sounds like a song for people who can't quite sing, which is not what EXO is.
I think that's actually a pretty fair assessment. It's very bland too. They're in the dance cube. I don't know what this thing is called, but like virtually every boy group song has this thing. It's like an underground. It looks like where you would show off a car. Like Wano has a bunch of music videos where he dances here.
Yeah, or like a very bougie hotel lobby.
Yes,
but like
very much.
In a dystopian setting.
Yeah.
Fine, whatever. My biggest issue with this song is that they said, we have a lot of really talented vocalists in EXO. Let's have them show that off with like some nice falsettos and stuff. And they chose the line, I need your cream soda. I need all your cream soda to do that on. Or just this beautiful voice singing, I need all your cream soda. It's the kind of bullshit that you only get from an SM group because SM is so vocalist heavy. Yeah. But also so committed to bullshit.
So committed to bullshit with so many talented vocalists that they just don't, you know?
They say whatever.
It can never just be a vocal song, which we'll get to again later. Yeah.
I have nothing. Also, I'm rewatching the music video, and they do have a fluorescent blue, I assume, cream soda inside of champagne flutes, so I'm officially done, and I can move on. I'm officially done, and I can move on.
The blue raspberry and the champagne flute?
The blue raspberry with a whipped cream swirl.
That's so disgusting.
And a champagne flute.
Girl, you know I have a sweet tooth. That is fucking disgusting.
Disgusting. Why are we acting as though EXO is made up of a bunch of 18-year-olds and young-looking 20-year-olds who can't be shown having a drink? Oh. I listened to the whole album. It wasn't super memorable, so there's that.
Yeah, I listened to it, but I couldn't tell you what any of the other songs are called. I mean, I barely even remember Let Me In, which is the other pre-release.
You know, it's fine. EXO's put out enough good albums. You know.
They can rest now.
They can rest. I'll just go listen to those.
Okay.
This isn't our first debut on the podcast, but it's the first one that I can remember. So, congrats. But ZeroBaseOne debuted in July. Just for background, ZeroBaseOne is the group that was formed on Boys Planet, which is the boy version of Kepler's show. And it's just like Produce 101, but with a different flavor.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
But still evil.
Still evil. I want to say fully fan voted, which is insane to create a group based off of fan votes.
Yeah, especially because, you know, you are no stranger to reality TV. I'm no stranger to at least competition reality TV I watch on occasion. You're going to manipulate the audience either way through the edit. So, why bother letting the fans vote? I mean, I guess maybe it helps drive ratings, but it's like, whatever.
It does. It drives ratings, and because all of these shows are Mnet shows, it also...
That's right, yeah.
It really helps with views and shit like that for Mnet.
Ecosystem.
Yep. I did watch Boys Planet, and from, like, episode 3, it was very clear who was going to be in the final lineup. And they were. Some people because I think fans just like the way they look, and some because they were genuinely talented. It's a mix of very talented trainees and trainees who can get by.
Hey.
That's enough frankly.
Yeah, I mean, that is the formula for even the most successful groups sometimes, and especially with time, a lot of trainees they'll pick stuff up. It's not a big deal.
But they had their debut with In Bloom. I was very conflicted on this song at first.
Were you?
Yeah, surprisingly, because it had everything that I could like, but I felt like, and maybe this is because I watched Boys Planet, I felt like the production on the song was oddly heavy, and so it made some people just sound strange vocally.
I do think there are some strange vocals on this song.
There are some
agree with that.
Strange vocals and like weird moments where they kind of slow the song down to give people who can't sing very well a chance to sing. And so it was just I was a little iffy. I also think the styling is really bad for the stage performances for the music video, because like their colors are blue and white, and so they translate that in a very strange, literal way. But now, currently, I listen to this often.
Oh yeah, I mean, I love this song. My first listen, I was a little bit like, what is going on? But also wasn't introduced to the best, because a certain someone who's editing this podcast said that their vocals sounded really bad, and then linked the music video, and I hadn't heard it before. And so I went into it thinking that. But on the second listen, I mean, the best thing I can say about In Bloom is that it sounds like a boy group made an ITZY song, which is just a winning formula for me. That is why I like In Bloom so much, even though it is like a pretty noisy song. It's very upbeat noisy, and I like it a lot. But yeah. The styling and the fashion is nothing at all.
Just like the music video, one of like the, like this outfit is in the music video, it's on stage, and it's on Studio Choom, of just a bootcut Wrangler blue jean and a very blue jean and a very like floofy white princely shirt.
Selvage denim with a haunted doll blouse. It's odd.
And then just a slightly pointed black ankle boot.
Yes, little Chelsea boot. And then a lot of the other outfits are like, I'm wearing a green crew neck sweater, and that's it. And then, I mean, the other weird thing about this video, I don't entirely understand why it's there. I'm assuming it's something to do with the lore of the group. Is there's like a whole cyber chase scene aspect, and then there's like buildings that have error messages thrown up like they're in a video game in the background. I don't know why any of that is there, girl, and it looks silly and bad.
It sure isn't the lore of the group.
Why the hell is their name ZeroBaseOne? What does that mean?
Like starting there, it's like they're starting from the bottom and ending as one.
Okay. Well, I thought they were going for like a level 1 kind of thing.
No, it's just you know, you're starting from zero, but you started from zero, but you ended as one group, ZeroBaseOne.
From Zero by Monsta X, great song.
Great song. Also, side note, the fan name for ZeroBaseOne?
Yeah.
Zeros.
Y'all gotta stop doing this. You can't just call yourself Zero. Do you remember when Azalea told me that ITZY fans are called MIDZY, and I thought she was fucking with me for like 30 minutes? Because she said like, oh, let's go MIDZY or something, and I was like, oh my god, that's so mean. I thought she was just making a portmanteau of mid and ITZY. Because mid is not new slang, and it wasn't even new slang when ITZY debuted.
No.
And yet they said MIDZY. ZeroBaseOne, it's because their only theme they have is roses. So they said, how can we convey roses and ZeroBaseOne? Oh, of course, zeros. It's a fine enough portmanteau, but it just sounds like zeros.
It just sounds like you're calling your fans fucking losers.
What's up, zeros?
And like the best thing about fandom is that if you're Delulu enough, you will call yourself a zero, or excuse me, a zeros, and it'll just be okay.
Hi, zeros. Oh, they shouldn't have done that to them.
No, it was very foolish. But hey, it's an Mnet project group. It'll be dead in a couple of years.
That is true.
And then you can start fresh.
I mean, we might as well start picking out the funeral plow for Kep Wonder, huh?
Yeah, I think they've got to be ending their time. I think the one time a project group had a long contract was X1. They had like a 6-year contract, I think.
6 years?
I think it was 6 years. And they got maybe 6 months.
Okay, but then thank God. If it was a 6-year contract, Jesus Christ.
I mean, especially considering how there were people who already had groups.
Yeah, so that was divine intervention.
It was divine intervention, but funny. So, you know.
But they also had a good debut, so it's kind of sad.
They had a great debut. I will listen to Flash every day without a problem. Mm-hmm. And that's all you get from an X1.
A rip X1, but maybe it was for the best, because a singular contract spanning 6 years is a toughie.
Especially when a normal K-pop contract for a set group is 7.
7, yeah.
They really fucking played it with that one.
Oof.
Oh. NMIXX is...
Hey, shoot. Now that was also Providence right there.
Beautiful. NMIXX is back, baby. With the album title, this is important, A Midsummer NMIXX's Dream.
I love the album title. Completely unironically, to me, that's the right balance of like actually picking a fun theme, a fun concept, and just being silly. I really like the title. It's like
there was no attempt to like somehow put NMIXX into a Midsummer Night's Dream. They said just change night. It starts with an N. Just change it.
It's NMIXX's Dream.
I love
easy.
Done. Easy.
I think it's better for it, because I think any kind of way they tried to mix it together would have made it worse.
Absolutely. It would have I don't know how, but I'm sure it would have gotten to like the level of saying this word feels like a slur. Whenever you just...
of slurs, we'll get to that later.
Oh, see, now I'm confused, because you've been alluding to so many things that we'll get to, and I don't know what you mean for any of them.
That's when I think it's more fun. I just think of a pun in my head, and I don't say it. I just leave breadcrumbs.
Oh, I think I may have the slur one. I think I may know the slur one.
There's only one thing it could be.
I think I may know the slur. But...
Put that on a fucking t-shirt.
I do think I know the slur, yes.
Alex, I'll take slurs for 400.
Let me stop before I get too ugly.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
NMIXX dropped a Midsummer in NMIXX's Dream. Roller Coaster was the pre-release, and I think I liked it a little bit. I said,
Yeah, that's all right.
I said, And then Party O'Clock came out. I fucking love listening to Party O'Clock.
Yeah.
It's got like that strange, not quite onomatopoeia that NMIXX always does.
Beep, beep, jingling, jingling.
Keep, mingling.
so many letters.
It's strange, but this is a fun little song. It's cute. It still has that trademark NMIXX thing where they have pretty talented singers in the group just doing weird things with their voices.
Yeah. I don't even know how to put it into words. You know, you could argue that it's part of the concept because they're sirens, right? They're mermaids, and that the bizarre flexing of the vocal prowess is part of that. That's what we'll pretend it is.
We can say that.
I don't know how else to explain it.
No.
Can I also say that Party O'Clock appears to be a hairbrush commercial? Did you notice this?
No, but I'm looking.
Cue up the music video.
Yes, they have that little cute heart brush in there at some point.
Yeah, that look like they're for horses.
Okay, well, I thought maybe it just kind of looks like a Barbie brush.
And what does Barbie come with? Horse adventure.
Okay, sure. You can say Barbie comes with a lot of things.
But it's like a horsehair brush. Not a brush made of horsehair, but a brush, because it's that palm brush where it doesn't have a handle.
Yeah. The brush to really keep those horses shining.
Uh-huh. Get rid of that top coat.
Yeah, I don't think I understand why they're... Because, like, it starts and I think one person is brushing their hair, and then eventually somewhere in the video, they're in a line just brushing everybody's hair?
I don't remember if that's from a Midsummer Night's Dream. It has been too long since I read. I mean, Midsummer Night's Dream is really short, so I probably should have just read it really quickly before this. But no, I don't remember anything like that. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's an allusion to something that happens in A Midsummer Night's Dream. Because like the little part where they're in the forest dancing with the jellyfish, that's... I mean, it's not jellyfish, but that is from the play. So I just have to assume... And that also they just so happened to have a hairbrush sponsorship lying around, and they said, "Well, I guess let's kill two birds with one stone.
Let's combine it together."
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the styling in this very much. It's very
no.
It's very Twice More and More Dance the Night Away. Yeah. Where like I just find it to be kind of ugly, overt floral prints. But everybody's looking kind of like a couch for the most part. They look pretty, but the outfits just don't do it.
Yeah, I usually have a hard time with JYP's girl group styling.
Yeah, that's true.
I'd say regardless of the group, regardless of the concept, I usually struggle 9 times out of 10.
We're not the ones struggling, let's be honest.
I struggle to accept it.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, no, it's JYP girls, they're not treated well in the fashion regard.
But that's it. I like the siren music still, even when they're not yelling nonsense at the start of a song or in the right in the middle. I still like an NMIXX. What are NMIXX fans called?
Oh,
maybe that's something I'm gonna need to know soon.
I hate that I could hear you typing.
No, you couldn't.
I heard that quick.
No, you didn't.
Oh, that mechanical keyboard.
They're insers.
Eh? Now that one sounds like Woo! Ooh!
I said it, and as a black person, I went, oh!
Hi, N-swears. I mean, it's tough, especially because JYP is targeting a global audience. Like, I think that every single K-pop group who says legitimately, like, we want to have a global audience, they should just have some random black person around to be like, hey, folks.
Hey, this one sounds a little strange. It's a little strange sounding.
A black person whose explicit job, the job description is, it's not a sensitivity consultant, it's not a writer, it's not a marketing assistant, it's just... Your job is to speak your mind at any point in time. Just if you see something, say something.
Just raise your hand.
Just raise your hand.
You already know, like, in Korean, it's not going to have a sir. It's just going to end in a sound.
Enswa, yeah.
It's just going to end in a huh. But hey, guys, this spelling. When I just look at this with my English eyes.
Enswer, hard R.
Oh, that's good. NMIXX, keep it up.
NMIXX, don't change up. We have fun here.
We do have a good time.
You know who else was having a good time playing hit media franchise Pokemon?
You guys, Pokemon, they're in their golden age now.
Ooh, now that set off something in my brain.
It's a horrible statement. They're collaborating with Enhypen.
Yeah, this new Pokemon music thing. I mean, well, let's just get the song out of the way. The song is just fine. It's like a commercial song, and Hypen has done several of these before. Sometimes for children's properties, they've done some in-flight safety songs and stuff like that. And it's just like it's just a pop song. It's fine. But it was notable because we saw the advert. Actually, I was gonna say every member of Enhypen has a Pokemon. That's not true, but they're at a campsite, it like an RV campsite set kind of thing. It's very obviously a set with like grass turf and stuff like that, and their little campfire and their coolers, and everyone has a Pokemon somewhere in their vicinity, and they do not look good.
No.
The Pokemon Company has proven that they're capable of producing very high quality Pokemon models for promotional material. Of course, they made like Detective Pikachu. This is not that. These appear to be the exact same models that are from like Pokemon Sword and Shield, Scarlet Violet, or Pokemon Go. They're just like flat, no shading, no texture Pokemon just like sitting around
Yeah.
with them.
I think it's also important to note that even Enhypen, the Enhypens themselves look as though they do not exist in this image. And that someone just found photos and put them on there.
Yes, they look like they were also photoshopped in from other places. Like, the shadows on the Pokemon look a little more realistic than the shadows on some of the Enhypens, especially because some of the Enhypens appear to be in different qualities than one another.
It's the strangest photo I've ever seen.
Like, there's someone on a chair who very explicitly looks low poly as fuck. Like, if you zoom in, they look pixelated.
It's very strange.
I don't know. There's also this weird thing. This is always a thing with Pokemon, but a lot of Pokemon's canon sizes don't really make sense with the image of the Pokemon. Charizard and Snorlax are great examples of this, who both feature prominently in both the promo material and the actual music video. Charizard, you know Charizard.
Mm-hmm.
Fire-breathing dragon. Technically not a dragon type. That's a whole thing. Don't worry about it. Fire-breathing dragon. He is 5'7", canonically. I think without his horns, but his horns are, I don't know, 8 inches long. So he's shorter than every single Enhypen, as far as I'm aware.
Okay, well, hold on, because my brain of K-pop facts, I think the member he's standing next to is roughly 6 feet taller, like 5'10" to 6 feet tall.
Yeah, so in some of the promo stuff, and then some shots of the MV, it's very noticeable that Charizard is a different size than he was a few seconds ago.
He gotta stay in frame.
He gotta stay in frame. Well, he has no problem staying in frame because he's so short. But they're like, oh, he's a dragon. He should probably not be shorter than these young men who are going camping.
They're going camping.
They're going camping. I was surprised they didn't do a bit, Zoroark can, like, shapeshift. Not necessarily into humans, but I was just surprised that they didn't do, like, a shapeshifting thing just for fun.
You may be giving the Pokemon and Hype and collab a bit more then.
Well, I thought the whole point was that we're here to have fun. They have a bit where Snorlax, they realized that Snorlax wouldn't fit in the flying RV, so he's in a hot air balloon behind them, but that's funny.
Okay.
They're dragging him along. They're carting him.
Okay. Okay, Lotus. I'll leave it alone.
It should have been more fun, is what I'm saying.
I mean, it should have been way more fun. It's the whole theme of the music video is like a mixture of like nice at-home workouts mixed with like 17's My.
Yes. Daydreaming about going on.
About going out. I don't know what the fuck this is. It doesn't make sense to me that this is just for the Pokemon like music collective or whatever it's called, which is just to promote Pokemon. That's the goal. Promote Pokemon through music.
Yeah, I think they just said Enhypen's popular, so we're gonna choose them, especially because Enhypen is popular in both Korea and Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And even to a lesser extent America, of course. So they just said, that makes sense. Why not?
Alright. You know.
Sometimes you don't need a reason, you just need money.
And there it is.
And if there's one thing Hybe and the Pokemon Company have, it's money. So they said, what if we pushed our 2 piles of money together and made one really big pile of money?
Well, this is a very Hybe-heavy episode because Jungkook also put out a solo song. Yes, he put out a couple, but the only one that matters, I think, for today is 7.
Yes.
I don't hate it. In fact, I may love it.
How do you feel about the big thing about this song is the explicit version?
Oh, yeah. Let me be clear. I only listen to and will only listen to the clean version. Hearing Jungkook say fucking was such a jarring and horrible experience for me.
Yeah, and like, we're no prudes or anything, but it doesn't sound good in the song. It doesn't sound right, especially because this is such a like throwback classic R&B. I mean, especially the music video, which we'll get to in a second. But like, it's such a throwback song that saying fucking in it is so weird sounding.
It's weird sounding. It's strange. It's out of place. I heard the clean version first, and I was like, oh, let me listen to the, I guess, dirty version is what it's called. The uncensored, explicit. Thank you.
Hey, dirty version, that's... if we're going throwback R&B, that's what Nelly used to call the explicit versions of his song. It would be Party People dirty version with
But hey, listen, I cosplay as Gen Z. I don't know nothing about that.
Oh, you're right. I'm so sorry. I guess I'm cosplaying as the millennial in this episode.
But, yeah. I'm a lesbian. 2, if I wasn't a lesbian, I would never be that kind of fan. Hearing a celebrity say fucking is not going to get my knickers in a twist.
Yeah, I mean, I heard the explicit version first because I had heard like all the, not controversy is the wrong word, but you know, the big thing about like, oh my god, my fucking panties flew off, my wig flew when I heard blah blah blah, and it's just him saying fucking in the chorus. Like nothing else about the song is explicit, which is why it feels so like it feels like a TikTok moment where like, okay, Jungkook, we got the good version of the song, we got the main version of the song. How about you do a take where you say fucking instead of loving, and you know, we'll use that as like a promo thing. That's what it
because
like.
Even Lotto was on this song, and even
which was my slur illusion for anyone playing at home. Because I just wanted to say that as a mostly Caucasian person, I don't feel like I should say it.
do you want Lotus? You want me to pick up? The slack?
Sure.
What is it that I
just wanted to say that in general?
What did I specifically in Discord? We were talking about this song, and I think I mentioned it, and I said, "Oh, Jungkook has a song with Lotto, formerly of Moo Status." I believe were my words,
which I believe is why she changed her name.
Yeah, because Lotto is maybe like early 20s.
I think so.
I think she may be like 24 years old.
She's pretty young. She's at the very least she's around our ages. She's somewhere in there.
You know, she's a young light-skinned woman from the South who was just gung-ho, I think, on being known, and so she came out as mulatto. I can say it, you can't.
Uh-huh. Oh, don't worry. I can say N-swear, but I can't say that.
It took a while for her to change, but I think once she realized that she did have the potential to be successful,
right, exactly,
that she was going to need a rebrand, and it was a good one.
Yeah, because especially like that's the kind of thing that you do if you're a smaller artist, because it's like I feel like for more local or smaller rap scenes, that is like part of it is like, oh, that's so fucking disrespectful. Like, that's the fun part of it, is that you get to be that. But once you realize, oh, I could be making some money and also get to do whatever I want. Like, I could get famous enough that I can make the kind of music that I want, like, with the biggest budget possible. Let me maybe cut off a couple letters and pretend that my first name is that.
You're going to need a name that they can say at the VMAs.
Yes.
So, she got it done. But... Oh, I think I was saying, even her verse on the song is very clearly sexual, but not nasty. And it's not explicit.
I mean, it feels like they told her, you're going to be on a clean version of this song, but you should still, you know, you do you, but it has to be clean.
So, just bring it all back.
Yes.
Ridiculous that there needed to be an explicit version of the song.
Just really goofy. Let's talk about the music video a little bit. I think Jungkook looks really good. I feel like he's finally found the styling for his hair, because there's a lot of photographs I have seen of one Jungkook where he looks like someone's Viet auntie who just got a perm.
It's I think whenever this music video was filmed, his hair was a little shorter, and I don't think it was permed yet.
I mean, it's mainly the perm, but it's also sometimes it is the length where. For me, like, I don't think it's a good idea to ride the line between wolf cut and mullet. I think you need to pick one.
Yeah, you do need to pick one. Well, frankly, he has. He went straight bob now.
Bitch, that is not a bob. That is a fucking Robert.
He went straight for the bob. He said, I don't want to make a choice.
But a permed bob, which is
a permed bob where the bangs are so still just heavily permed. Oh, but it's bad. He looks good in this. Do you like the music video itself? The narrative?
No, because it's halfway. It's like we mentioned. The sound of the song is the R&B throwback. The video is also too, but the stalker level is cranked up to like 1,000.
Yeah, and then it also gets slightly humorous at times. Like when he pops back out of the casket, like it's
and then
it's
off
strange.
The gurney, even though he's supposed to be hurt. Like
it's strange
when he's on guy wires and he's hanging off of the light post in the middle of a storm. Like that's funny.
But why?
The tone is bizarre. If they had gone the full camp route, like. The concept is that Jungkook is an old school R&B artist and he's so in love with this girl and they've just had a misunderstanding and he's, through hell or high water, he's gonna get her back and he's trying to get back to her. I think that's a little bit more fun and it's this campy, silly thing. But this is just, he is a stalker who is indestructible.
That's it. And at the end he gets the girl.
Yeah. I guess he didn't learn from the War of Hormone controversy ever, because this is the same kind of thing, but knuckling down even harder.
Yeah.
This is true romance. I am glad the most popular boy band and the most popular member of any boy band who has ever existed that is what we're doing here. It's really cool.
You don't, just because you have fame, influence, and quite frankly power over other people doesn't mean you have to be responsible.
It surely doesn't. Hey, speaking of not being responsible, it's a shame that regardless of the fact that he is again straight up stalking this woman throughout this video, that she got so much shit for playing effectively exasperated woman number one, pretty exasperated woman number one. I feel bad for her. I hope they gave her a fuckload of money for this.
I'm sure they did. I think she's like even like made her return to acting or something because she's an actress. So like in the long run, mentally maybe it wasn't worth it, but financially.
Hey, and when you're an actress or something, I guess that's really all you can do.
Make enough money so you could take another 5 years off. That's the
also
dream.
Support the strike. That's completely unrelated, but we talked about actors, so support the strike, folks.
Know where we stand.
No, hey, this is not. You could probably tell by the amount that we critique the K-pop music industry. But just to be clear on here today.
Support the strike.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to the group I love to hate and the group I hate to love.
That is your relationship with them, in a nutshell.
NCT Dream had another comeback. This time with a full album, which is very shocking to me. But NCT Dream rather, decided to ride the MBTI wave just like 2 months after everyone else did with ISTJ.
And do you know what your MBTI is?
INTP, somewhere around there.
Right. I think I am an ISTJ, but I can't remember.
Well, this is for you.
I'm either ISTJ or INTJ. I can't remember. Because it's been so long since I took the MBTI test, and it's like 100 questions.
I remember.
It's a lot.
I remember when 17 had the Go Say where they took the MBTI questions in the most recent one. I said, "Oh, this quiz is short. Let me take it," and I still don't remember. What I got? Almost as if it doesn't fucking matter.
Almost as if it doesn't matter and also changes effectively every single day.
And was perhaps created by a racist.
Wow.
So, not important to me. However, the song.
Yes.
I think I've made it pretty clear that I like a sort of High School Musical type beat.
Yes, you do.
I think I've also made it clear that I like that really kind of grungy electro beat.
Yes, you do.
This has it all.
Yeah. We were talking about before this. This samples the same song that Missy Elliott samples for Lose Control.
Uh-huh.
Which is a grungy, old school electronic beat. I mean, I guess it's not old school. It's just old.
It's just old. I am fucking obsessed with this song. I love it. And for the first time ever, I am saying NCT Dream did not need to add a vocal moment.
Really?
For the first time ever. I think the shift, I think it's right before the final chorus. Yes, where like Haechan, Renju, and Chunla kind of get their moment to do what they do. And some other members. I just don't think it was necessary to slow this song down.
Yeah, it's I generally like a slow moment because I enjoy the NCT vocalists a lot. But it is very out of place in this song.
It's out of place, especially when they're already singing on the chorus.
Right, that's exactly why I think.
It's just so strangely out of place.
It was an extra vocal moment.
Uh-huh. And it's clear that there was no easy way to transition back into the beat of the song because they simply snap 3 times.
Yeah, they sure do.
And then go back to it.
Yeah, it's a bizarre song. I can't really get into it, I'm afraid.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I get into it a lot. It has like that just because Jeno has a bad different
I thought we weren't getting ugly today. That's when I walked into the office and I read the memo at my desk, it said we weren't going to be ugly today.
No, we aren't. So, what I was saying was, because Jeno has a different kind of tone, I don't think his voice often works in NCT songs as either like singing or rapping, but he does like that very old sounding European club spoken word in this.
Yeah, you're right.
That drives me insane in the best way. Listen to. That's all it takes.
Yeah, I will say, I think part of the reason the song doesn't work for me is at a certain point I got to, yeah, so hot like soup.
Yeah!
Don't you, yeah? I heard that and I said, what am I doing with my life right now?
See, in me I said, oh, this is good.
That's fair. Also, you know, one thing that you and I take a lot of note of, I think, especially since AO by NCT 127, footwork is on fucking point in this song. It is some great choreo. I was going
to say, love the choreo.
Do you think Mark's legs are insured, like the same way that a footballer's legs would be insured?
Oh yeah,
they have to be, right?
Oh yeah, the amount of money he spends probably on just body care dedicated to the legs.
Oh yeah, I mean at this point with this many comebacks, because he doesn't have a gap in his schedule this year, right? With all the NCTs, like he's coming back all the time this year. I think he must be like, you know, $1 million man or whatever, and there's cybernetics in there.
Oh yeah, those knees have not been his for at least 4 years.
They're steel plated, baby. Aluminium
in those knees.
That's one of the things. This not really at all. One of the things we should take from the Brits. There's 2 main ones. Number 1 is aluminium because it's just more fun to say. Number 2 is spelling gray with an E.
Yeah, I think I spelled gray with an E. It was a big thing that I would often get.
It's a different vibe.
At work, it's just like, hey, remember U.S. spellings when you add it? And I said, no, you're right.
No, I'm changing the U.S. spelling. Gray, we're changing. I won't start adding U's to stuff.
And I won't replace Z's with S's because that doesn't have impact.
I think it depends on the word. Like spelling laser with an S is not right.
Okay.
Like, because you need the sci-fi element
No,
in lazy.
you're right.
But I think there's other words where I would be okay with an S.
Like
Localization. I think that can be an S.
I hate cozy with an S.
Oh, yeah, I don't like that either. That's cozy.
That's cozy.
That's different.
So, yeah. Case by case, but for the most part.
Anyways.
I don't remember where we were. NCT Dream, ISTJ, perfect song. Perfect choreo.
How do you feel about the other? Because there's 2 other title tracks. There's Broken Melodies and there's Poisson.
Oh, I think Broken Melodies is horrible. Genuinely.
I do too. Because, okay, I've been trying to figure this out since it came out. It sounds like a bad American song.
Yes.
And a bad American band, but I can't figure out who. I said maybe Coldplay, maybe One Republic, some shitty senior year song, but I can't place exactly who or exactly what song.
Okay, hold on. Because it's important that we figure this stuff out.
Like I want to say it maybe like a Chainsmokers featuring Coldplay is the vibe. It's mostly the chorus where it's like da 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 da. We got history. That part, that to me is very Chainsmokers. Very when I was graduating from high school. I believe the class before me's senior song was "Counting Stars" by One Republic.
Jesus Christ.
I don't remember what ours was. I didn't vote for it.
I didn't have a senior song.
That's for the best.
I think so.
Unless it's, what's the song? Graduation by Vitamin C? Orange? Something like that.
Something. Yeah, it's not good. So like that, I think is very bad. I think that song is horrible. It was the pre-release single, and when it came out, I said, "Oh, cool, NCT Dream album. I won't listen to."
Yeah, I didn't have high hopes, but as I've said many times before, anything that activates a 16-year-old white girl's brain is going to activate my brain.
It's going to hit.
That's a non-insignificant part of me. It didn't hit, but I hadn't lost hope,
Okay.
But ISTJ is nothing like this song. So
it's
whatever.
Nothing like it. And then Poison is also nothing like it. However, Poison I do like a lot.
G-Sung in the beginning sounds like Kermit the Frog.
Well, that's how he always sounds, Lotus.
But not to that extent.
That's how he sounds. Sometimes you just got a frog in your throat.
Sun made him.
Because it's that specific kind of sound.
Ooh, neither of us sound like Kermit, but just hey, if you're sitting there alone, just do that little voice to yourself because it's really fun.
Just like it's the equivalent of a stuffed nose, but it's 100% in the throat.
Yes, absolutely.
So yeah, he sounds kind of strange on it because he can't sing. But they said, I mean, there's no place for what you do here. You have to sing.
Your voice is a little deeper. You can do like a sexy thing, right? He said, I see you.
He said, I can do Kermit. We just sound like knockoff Muppets.
Well, but that's the beauty of the Muppets, is that's what Muppets sound like.
Oh.
So it's just a bunch of middle-aged white dudes doing funny voices.
If we want to continue on this fun little train of funny voices, MiSaMo.
I love the Muppets.
MiSaMo came out, and that is the first, I think, official twice subunit of Mina, Sana, and Momo.
Mm-hmm. We were all the crew here at Chaos, and by the crew I mean me, Danny, and Azalea, were very upset that they're not called Mimosa.
Because we were just so sure that it would be Mimosa.
We were positive.
Well, little do we know, they said MiSaMo.
MiSaMo. They're both fun to say, but Mimosa's more fun. But we said, maybe it's like a bad word in Japanese or something like that.
Like maybe age order. No, I don't think it's age order.
No, they're not.
Either. Not even backwards. So, yeah, like youngest to oldest, oldest to youngest. It's neither of those things. I don't believe.
They just said MiSaMo.
They said MiSaMo. But they put out. Is it really Do Not Touch?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you think it was Don't Touch or something?
I thought maybe it would be a Don't Touch. But okay, they put out Do Not Touch. I think like a lot of the visuals in the music video remind me of Irene and Solgi.
Yes.
But with an Ariana Grande level of heterosexuality. Whereas like Irene and Solgi really had the gays frothing at the mouth.
Yeah, they committed.
This one I do not think has the same vibe, feeling. It's a very straight music video.
They're not acting. Well, it doesn't help that it was preceded by Marshmallow, which is, there are men in it. Like, it's very heterosexual.
There's men in it.
You know, it's supposed to be like, even though you can see the gentlemen's faces, it's supposed to be very faceless. You know, you're a guy watching, you project yourself onto the guy. And I get that, but it was still kind of weird, especially the way that a lot of K-pop is, as opposed to J-pop, is like, no one of the opposite sex is allowed anywhere near anyone. And if it is, it's one person that the entire group wants. And then they're like fighting, kind of, right? Like, that's it. So watching Marshmallow was kind of weird. I have no thoughts about that song sound-wise whatsoever.
Same.
They look great. I think part of what like doesn't help the, you know, we're going for the little bit of lesbian tease, Irene and Solgi monster, like it's not even just the Irene and Solgi monster is like the lesbian touch point with K-pop. It's 100% going for monster. It's not helped by the fact that, like, we've joked about this before, but Mina doesn't focus her eyes on things when she's she's performing. So she always looks kind of lost. Like, her body, she's doing the perfect choreo, everything. She's singing just fine. But she looks like she's not all the way there. And that is fully on display in this MV and also with the other members. It's weird to see Momo look so, like, dead in the eyes in particular.
Yeah. I just, like, was this conceptually something that they're so unused to performing? That it just came off a little dead in the eyes.
Yeah,
nothing
it feels like
in
something
the face.
Weird was going on. Maybe they were tired. Maybe the schedule was that intense. Like, I don't know.
Is this how weird. like could this be how they do sexy? Like, instead of a cute smile, they're like, oh, we got to give a smolder. But it's if you don't practice that in a mirror.
But it's all the eyes. And to be fair, I've complained about this before with other groups. The most part with ATEEZ, I've complained about it, where they try to do the sexy aloof thing. But some members, namely Jongho, their aloof looks too disinterested.
Yes.
Like, they don't look aloof and sexy. They look like they are actively not paying attention.
That's this whole video.
That's this whole video. But they don't have someone where they're going farther in the opposite direction. So, like, it doesn't work, but it's still going for the emotion. They just, like, they look like they're not there. I don't know what's going on.
You know, it's, yeah. As far as the song goes, I think it's gosh, what do I think?
You don't know?
I think it, depending on your mood at the time of listening to the song, it could be fun or it could be nothing.
I mean, it's not exactly song of the century. It is fine. I think the little moment in the chorus with the quick shoulder bump choreo, you can't touch me, that's fun. The concept is like, okay, like Masterpiece, Do Not Touch, their art that's behind, you know, the red ropes. You have the scene where Momo's like the Venus de Milo and all these other art pieces. Like, that's fun enough. Love the big hat moment, of course. A lot of Beyonce ripoffs in this song.
Yeah.
So they look fine. You know, it's fun.
Yeah, it's fine.
They look elegant.
That's about it. They look very beautiful.
Yeah, I think with how beautiful they look in the music video, I would expect to have more feelings about it. But the song is really just fine. And again, they look like glassy eyed the whole time. I mean, there's like a couple moments where Momo will come alive, or like you'll see Sana come alive for a second. But across the board for the entire, you know, 3.5 minute duration, nothing.
You know, can I say something a little controversial, a little
controversial yet brave?
You know, as a Twice fan,
yes.
if you will. I have always been pretty adamant that Twice as a group is not the most entertaining group. when it comes to performances.
You have maintained this.
I think their live stages on like the Korean broadcast channels and just videos from their tour performances, their stage presence is best when they are not doing choreography, when they are not performing a song in that sense, when they're just on the stage.
Interaction.
That's, I think, when their charisma's the best. But when Twice performs, it feels a little too heavy in the we're getting this performance right. And so you just
like they're in their heads.
Yeah, and so you just lose a lot of like actual presence and charisma. And the MiSaMo girls, I think, are 3 of the biggest. Well, no, I think they all are kind of equally like that. But like, it's just an issue that Twice has. And I know Momo was seen as a really good performer, but that's when she's really given it in choreography. And this song does not have choreography where she can give it like that.
Yeah, I think so too.
And so it all just kind of falls flat, unfortunately, despite not being bad.
Yeah, when it comes to Twice stage presence, I don't entirely agree, but I still think it is the Jihyo and Jonghyun show, and then everybody else. Momo will have her moment, and then she goes, for the most part, into the background. Except for, like, I Can't Stop Me era. I feel like everyone was a little bit more on at that time, but we have not returned to such a peak, I think, ever?
No, and, like, not music-wise, but just in terms of performance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say for something about I Can't Stop Me was just a good time. They also looked really good. The outfits were nice the whole time around. Which helped.
Yes. Custom, all matching. Love them very much. I want some of them.
Yeah. As a lover of preppy shit and plaid, yeah. Yeah. Moving on to NewJeans.
Oh, the target of my fucking pre-release ire.
The bane,
swear to God.
The bane of our existence when it comes to organizing this podcast.
Technically 4 pre-release songs go directly to fucking hell.
It was so unclear. 1, what the single of this album was supposed to be, and 2, when the album was going to come out.
Just nothing.
It also does not help that since their conception, NewJeans has put out music videos at different times for every song on the album.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not even an album. Sometimes you just get Ditto and OMG and fuck you.
You know, and then eventually they will possibly maybe be on an album. Whatever.
Don't get your hopes up, but maybe. Hey.
Whatever. Okay.
Thanks, Adore.
Oh, God, that is...
Adore.
I want to start...
NewJeans.
Let's start with the positive.
Yes, let's start with the positives. I mean, those are most of the negatives, to be fair.
Yeah. So, NewJeans has always had very good producers who have tapped into a sound that's hard to fuck up. And that is UK house and, like, this very specific brand of, like, northeastern Maryland type of dance R&B.
Northeastern Maryland.
It's a very
not the DMV. Not the DMV.
It's
northeastern like Maryland.
It's like this very specific like Maryland northeastern, Maryland. It's specific to Maryland.
Okay,
Yeah.
No, I see. Like northeastern United States, Maryland specifically.
Yes, like dance R&B.
I thought you were saying.
Can you imagine
top
if
right
I said
of Maryland, that little corner with the weird shape?
It's this one city right here.
But the thing is, like the history of rap, hip hop, and R&B in the United States and in the DMV area specifically is so rich. I had no choice but to believe you. And I just said okay.
And like, I don't want to be too specific, but I do believe like the sound that I'm thinking of is specific to Baltimore.
I mean, hey, I wouldn't doubt it. Baltimore, kind of underrated capital of hip hop and rap music. I think it's fair to say.
Go-go house, all of it.
Culture in general.
But it's a sound that's really hard to kind of fuck up, and it's a sound that is nostalgic without ever getting old.
Yes.
NewJeans kind of goes in and out of this pretty often. And I think this album is a really good example of all the different types of sounds you can get from that general bubble of music.
Yeah.
Like, Cool With You and ETA sound very different, but they fit in the same category of music, and I think that's really cool and beautiful.
Yeah.
But let's talk about this album.
Where do you want to start?
Just because I like it so much, Cool With You. I think the first 45 seconds of Cool With You, song of the year.
What about the rest of the song?
The rest of the song is fine. The rest of the song is mostly just chorus without verses.
That's true.
It's fine. But those first 45 seconds, oh my God. I eat it.
How do you feel about the music video for this? This is the most, like, seemingly out of left field, like, the artsiest one.
I personally really like the hyper feminine, very soft look. Just flowy fabrics, dresses, bows. I do like that look a lot. So I like that. In terms of, like, call me uncultured, but the music video's whatever.
I think it's whatever too. I think it's good if you're the kind of hype person who's coming from the BTS endless theory crafting thing, then I think it's, like, simultaneously exciting and disappointing, because, like, this is something for you to cling on to, but at least for the time being, it really seems like it's in its own vacuum. It has nothing to do with any of the other music videos that released at the exact same time. I think the lead actress is really good. She has a great ability to look yearning. Yes. Which is impressive and something I appreciate as a lesbian. But yeah, I was pretty whatever on it also. It felt, this isn't a good thing necessarily, but there's, like, a little pseudo-sex scene in it. And I was like, oh, thank God it's not the girls. Oh my, because I started to get really nervous.
Yeah.
And also the scene stops, but she's, like, dressed as, like, a baby dominatrix or something. And the part of me that witnessed Cookie was like, oh my God, thank God that the girls aren't, like, the lead actresses in this song, because there's a version of this where that is the case, and it's worse because I have to witness that.
Yeah, fair and true.
That's all I have to say.
All right. Do we want to discuss, like, just go through the?
I mean, I like this whole. Well, yeah. I for the most part like the whole mini. I think the cover art is fucking ugly as shit, and I don't like the actual song called NewJeans for two reasons. Number one, it's confusing. Don't call your song the same name as your group. I can't believe I have to say that. Like, this is ridiculous. just don't do that. Number two, I think the Powerpuff Girls crossover. Not only do I think the animation is really bad and, like, it just doesn't look good, but it's, like, kind of clunky and silly looking because it doesn't really return with the rest of the album. It's just for the promotional art. So then you have this song that's named after the group. However, this isn't a self-titled album. And then you have this random motif that appears, like, whatever.
Yeah.
It's also the worst sounding song, I think.
I think I agree. I'm a little iffy on ETA.
I like ETA.
I surprisingly don't like the more chanty part of the song, where what's your ETA? What's your ETA? I don't quite like it, which is strange.
I think part of what helped me enjoy ETA more, because I was a lot more lukewarm on it initially, is that unrelated to K-pop and through no fault or determination of the song or of NewJeans themselves or Adore, it came out around the same time as Rush by Troye Sivan. So I was shotgunning those songs back to back, and I think that really helped the sound of ETA. Like, I feel the rush, and then what's your ETA? What's your ETA? Those just went together very well.
I hear it. Yeah, it's not my favorite. I do really like a Super Shy.
You've used it multiple times on your Instagram stories.
Oops. I love a Super Shy. I do, side note,
Uh-huh.
I think a day, maybe 2 days before Super Shy came out, I was shoe shopping, getting my wish list a little beefed up. And I sent you guys a pair of shoes. I said, guys, I love these shoes. And they're affordable too. I love them. Let me put them on my wish list. Super Shy comes out. I'm like, oh my God, how funny. The shoes are in the video. What a coincidence. I go maybe like a week later to see about buying the shoes if they're in my size. Fucking sold out.
So NewJeans did you dirty.
NewJeans may have done me dirty. And I will forever associate Super Shy with the song that
stole those shoes from you.
That stole my pair of dream Mary Janes.
This is why influencer culture is bad. Like, that's one of the things that you really hate to hear about is... Suga said this recently, but I don't remember what it was about. But he was like, I'm not going to tell you guys what... I don't remember what it was. It was a cologne or a book or whatever. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is because you'll sell it out and I won't be able to buy it anymore. And it's like, I hate that that's where we are. That's sure not is. Right. That's a specific vision of hell. Can we talk about the ETA music video? We both have thoughts on it. Super Shy, great song. Just, not to button that up too much. That MV is like fine. Although I don't, it's giving me flashbacks to like flash mobs and like the Harlem Shake and stuff, which I didn't like. That was a dark time in history. I mean, Harlem Shake I do think was kind of fun. It's kind of fun to... I remember liking those videos at the time, and it's fun to look at it with a nostalgic lens.
Overall,
we don't need to go back.
A flash mob is a horrible, horrible thing.
Flash mobs are horrible. Flash mobs are for the James Cordens of the world.
And is that who you want to be?
Absolutely not.
Think twice.
I don't want the world to be that way neither.
So yeah, Super Shy's music videos, whatever. ETA. I don't think I have finished the ETA music video. Because I got the concept and I said, I'm good. Let me go listen to the album. Instead.
You said I've seen enough.
I said I've got it. I was already I was fully prepared to check out when I saw this was shot fully on an iPhone 14 Pro. I said, okay, I don't need to be here then.
That made me want to pass away.
I said that
especially because it's not true.
What do you mean? Do you have an iPhone 14 Pro?
No. Let me get the exact verbiage for you. But towards the end of the video, there is a PSA that says this wasn't shot on me. Let me get the exact wording. I'm going through it right now because I can't remember exactly where it is. But it's here. Commissioned by Apple. So first of all, this MV was paid for by Apple, or not. You know what I mean. Additional software and hardware used. Professional. Oh God, what does it say? Professional software used, and then third-party waterproof case used. So not only did they use additional software, which is normal, Photoshop, Adobe Premiere Pro, whatever, but that could also mean that they photoshopped the entire fucking video. They also said additional hardware used, which could mean, like a lens that attaches to the camera. It could also mean a different camera.
So you feel like the drone footage of the girl driving down the road wasn't the iPhone?
I think maybe they did not attach an iPhone 14 Pro to a drone and then have it fly around, not being able to adjust the angle. I think maybe they just used a drone.
Okay.
I think there's probably other shots where maybe they used a professional camera, especially because when you get to the credits of the music video, there are multiple camera operators.
All them iPhone holders.
all them iPhone holders with their gorilla pods running around the set. So I mean, yeah, that's the annoying thing is that, and then also that the film begins and ends with two obnoxious, I presume iPhone ringtones going off, which is just it's just annoying. I get that there's a part of like a sample used in ETA, especially in the chorus, that sounds kind of like a phone alarm, but not really. So whatever. But yeah, it reeks of commissioned by Apple. And this is another one where I feel like we've gone back like 7 years. I feel like I have not seen something of that nature, music video by Apple, music video by Beats in a long time, and certainly not in K-pop. You also had some additional thoughts about the beginning of ETA, though, if I'm not mistaken, which you have seen more than once.
Yes. So the one, like I've got the general idea of ETA.
Hmm.
However, my favorite part is the beginning where all of the girls are supposed to be acting like, "Oh my god, girl, your man's cheating. Look." And you have the Aussie member. Well, both of the Aussie members are speaking in English, but one has more of an Aussie accent than the other. And she just goes, "I cannot believe this." No expression on the face, nothing but Aussie accent.
Was because they're not even filming that scene. That's the other camera filming that scene. So
No,
they have to just like pretend that they
that's
can
them on
see it.
that's them on FaceTime.
You refuse to. That's them on FaceTime with a racially ambiguous curly-haired girl who actually has the boyfriend because none of them can have the boyfriend, of course.
They can't do it.
No, that's Hyejin or whatever from the chorus that just has random people's names.
Uh-huh. It's fun. It's a little goofy, but that's okay. It's an Apple commercial.
It's an Apple commercial. That's the thing. Doing choreo with the iPhone 14, whatever.
Doing choreo, just fisting an iPhone.
I will say she'd make a great camera person because her fucking gyro is crazy for doing that kind of choreo. Like she's pretty still.
Oh,
It's good tracking. Did you get to the part where they're cops?
Yeah, after I did end up I've watched the video as we've discussed. As we've been talking about it rather. Uh like I said.
It's a surreal video.
Like I said, a little corny. The little like, oop, she killed him.
Oh, ow! She killed him
You know, it's
for cheating.
It's one for the girls.
It's one for the girls.
It's one for the girls, and you can't hate girls.
Did they kill the girl too? I mean, she was in the car.
She was in the car, but then she turns into, I believe, two of the NewJeans girls, and then it's her again, and she just gets out the fucking car.
Oh, okay.
It's over.
Right. I'd also like to add "boys be always lying" to our little AAVE lexicon that we have here on the pod.
Oh yeah, let's add that to the list.
Add that to the list right next to Jungkook's "Am I Gonna Finna Find My Time."
Mm-hmm.
There's probably some others.
There's some others, but for now, that's the list.
Those are the two most important aspects.
I know I just said you can't hate girls, but no. Oh My Girl came back with Summer Comes. I don't dislike Oh My Girl, but like there's something about Oh My Girl. I'm like, oh, I hate Oh My Girl.
Really? I can't say I've ever formed a strong opinion on Oh My Girl. I don't really like any of their songs in particular.
So
Dolphin and Nonstop are like fine, but I don't.
Okay.
I'm not like, oh my gosh, the song.
Okay. Let me discuss.
Okay.
Because back when we were both kind of doing pretty often full discography listens, Oh My Girl was on there because Oh My Girl has very pretty singers and they do very pretty songs, or they did.
Okay.
And even now, outside of their super repetitive kind of singles, they make good summer music. And I think
Yes.
they could make summer pops. However, there is a rapper in the group, and I do believe she is potentially one of the worst rappers I've heard in a girl group. And what makes it worse is that in this song, Summer Comes, I don't know if I said that, there is, before she raps, she does have a singing part. She's not a vocalist, but it sounded fine, and it suited her voice.
Yes.
But she's just a sub vocalist. She's not a main vocalist. She's the main rapper. She has like her rap starts and it ends in na na na, and she has such a weird little na na na. It's that tone, very like Slam G Idol Jessie tone. She then rhymes na 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 with like minions yaba na na na. How are you? Not too shabby.
For me, how are you? Not too shabby. Might as well make the whole fucking song. And for me, that's the Everglow pirate shiver me timbers.
I can't like fully get how she says it because she fits how are you? Not too shabby in what feels like 1.5 seconds. Like it was a fucking struggle to get it on beat, but she said, "No, I can do it." It's the intonation is crazy. The speed is crazy. The sound is ridiculous. I can't abide by it. And I also cannot abide by a K-pop rap this bad in the middle of a song.
It's bad, but it's like, for me, it's bad in a regular cringy way instead of trying to be cool, which is maybe why I'm not so hard on it.
Oh, but Lotus, every time you say this... Listen, there have been multiple instances where a song has been absolutely horrible or a person's verse, rap, whatever you say, but like, you know, like it's just having fun. No, Lotus. This is meant to be taken seriously.
Maybe just because I like the rest of the song enough. Because there's some songs where I genuinely can't excuse it, especially if it's like super early. Where I'm like, I just can't get past this.
The thing is, I feel like this is too early because I like every other bit of this song so much.
Yeah.
I like every part so much. And so I can't listen to it. I'm going to have to listen to the song like 10 times to be able to like get used.
Stockholm Syndrome yourself.
Yeah. I've got to get used to it.
Not too shabby.
Like minions, yeah, but nah, nah, nah.
Laugh.
Also another reason why I dislike Oh My Girl is because I've kept up with their comebacks for the past few years. I have stated today even that I'm a big fan of preppy looks and plaid. Oh My Girl will do a preppy plaid look, a tweed often, but it never feels appropriate. Not like in terms of how it looks, but situationally.
Yeah, I don't generally like Oh My Girl's styling. A lot of their clothes look really cheap.
They look cheap.
Ostensibly, they probably aren't.
But also,
they
like,
look very cheap. And then they'll be wearing Miu Miu in the same scene. So it's like, what?
Yeah, so there's money, but like, it doesn't quite fit them. It doesn't fit the scenario or the concept they're going for. And I just don't like that. Personally. I
think the first I became aware of the music video was because you were talking about the rapper and you were like, she had a summer somewhere, she got that tan, and she said, turn the fucking camera on. This feels like one of like this is as dark as they will let a Korean get and still put them on camera. I was kind of surprised. She looks great, but I was like, what?
And like, she is tanner than me in my natural state. She's giving like Hyorin Sistar back in the day tan, where
I was just, when they're on that little float doing the choreo at the end, that's very Sistar.
It's very Sistar. She's very just bronzed and tanned to the point where like they couldn't even give her like a lighter foundation color as they normally do. They said, I mean, we've got to color match her.
Right. When you get tan enough that they can't whitewash you because it'll look too fucking weird. Good for her.
Good for her.
Maybe she tried to game the system. She got a little tan and she was like, they're not gonna fucking whitewash me. Let me get outside a little longer.
It just came to set.
Yes.
Bronzed.
Bronze for the gods. Body makeup on.
All of it. And then the rest of the members, just
ghosts.
A normal to extremely pale skin tone. Oh, I love it. It was so fucking funny. And then for her to be the one who says minions, banana.
How are you? Not too shabby? Like, she almost sounds French.
Oh, it's fun, but I hated it in that moment.
And that's fair. And you're right to hate it. You're not wrong to hate it. I'm just saying that the if it was it's a very good summer song, the entire rest of it. If it was that good of a summer song and it was a rapper trying to take themselves super seriously, it would land at the same level for me. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Where I'm like, that rap's not good, but I can allow it because it does make me laugh pretty much every single time. Like, they went far enough in the opposite direction. I'm like, okay.
It could work. It does work, I guess.
I wouldn't say it works, but it's funny enough to balance out the dislike.
Okay, I hear you. Like I said, give me a week and I'll be there.
Mm-hmm. I like this EP as well, by the way. Listened to it a couple times. Nothing to really write home about, but I think it is a very good summer EP. Golden Hourglass.
Mm-hmm. I like the name of it too.
Yeah, great name.
Just pretty. I think last month I very boldly said we're talking about Treasure's pre-release single now because there's no way we're talking about that album next month.
I believe you did say that.
I think I may have said that.
I think you might have lied.
I definitely did lie because not only are we talking about Treasure's full album right now, I listened to the full album.
You did?
So let's discuss. Let's discuss.
I've only listened to Move and the title track Bona Bona. So okay. you will have to make up for everything else, I'm afraid.
Okay, so just to start, for the context of this album, it is called Reboot. And it was supposed to be just Treasure getting a reboot, even though they're less than 5 years old.
Yeah, it was YG saying, I've completely neglected to do anything with this group at all. Let me try again.
I fucked up, we're trying again. And so, like, with that context, with the way Move sounds, I said, oh. I mean, obviously, I said, there's no way we're talking about this. Bona Bona came out, and the first seconds, as soon as the music hits, I said, oh no, this may be good. I may be really into this.
Do you know why you said that?
Why'd I say that?
Because it sounds like Flash by X1.
It does.
It does. And it looks like it too. When they're in the opening sequence, it really looks like it too.
Oh yeah. So I said, oh no, this may be good. And the song continues and it is very good. It sounds old as fuck. Considering that this is like Treasure's reboot, every part of the song except the chorus sounds like it could be a Big Bang song mixed with something else. With a little something else. It's very Big Bang.
It has a little bit of sabor of Astro, I feel like, especially the more vocal parts. And like the sets, something about the sets really reminds me of Astro. I mean, the ruined castle garden, ruined museum kind of vibe always reminds me of Astro for some reason.
Yep.
Other people have done it, but it's like, to me, that's an Astro concept.
Uh-huh. And then the chorus hits, and it's like Drill Sergeant, kind of like Luna's Paint the Town.
It's very Paint the Town.
And it does very much throw you out of the song.
Yeah, because simultaneously you realize that the song is called Bona Bona, as in, for the people playing at home, Bona space Bona. And it's called that because that is a vague transliteration of born to in English said in a Korean voice. So it's Bona Bona love ya. And you go, okay.
You know what this song is almost exactly like? Despite this being Treasure's reboot, it's almost exactly like either one of their debut or pre-debut songs, I Love You, where it starts off as like a kind of... It starts bubbly, then goes into there. However. So like, it's fine. You know, I don't hate it too much.
I hate the chorus.
Hate the chorus. It's a little hard to get through.
I hate the chorus enough that I can't get through it, especially because immediately after the first chorus...
Can we talk about that, Lotus? Because I have a timestamp for you.
Please do. Please go.
Immediately after the chorus, there's a rap part. Can we get to a... Hold on. I have to find it again. A minute 39 in the song. Those at home, follow along.
Yeah, follow along. We're talking about the MV version, right? Or
the MV version. You have to watch the music video. Minute 39. Is this not the exact flow that Lisa and Jenny have in How You Like That? Maybe kick in the door.
Yeah, and then the X's and O's too. You're right. I thought you were gonna make fun of the way he says abracadabra.
No, because as we've established, we like a fun pronunciation.
We love that. I like that a lot. No, you're right. It's yeah, you said what song it is, and I immediately forgot. But it's a very Blackpink flow.
Or is it not How You Like That? Kill This Love. I think it's Kill This Love.
Oh yeah, and then the chorus is also very Kill This Love.
And then at the end of Kill This Love, where they go, you gotta kill this love before it kills you too. Something like that. I don't think they sing it. I think that's a remix I'm thinking of. But that part at the end, they fucking do it in this song. The ending of this sounds like the chanted ending of Kill This Love.
Is this not just a rehash? Maybe, is this a rehash of Kill This Love?
Is this Kill This Love?
Is this just Kill This Love? I mean, they own the song, I guess they can do whatever they want.
I thought this was a reboot, guys.
It's a Blackpink reboot.
The rest of the album is bad. I don't think any of the songs are good. They have a ballad singer featuring on the Rap Lines song.
Okay.
And I think their Rap Line songs are very bad in Treasure. I don't think they're good rappers. I think they're just kind of mimicking the exact sound of people they admire.
Yes.
Which doesn't
and the hairstyles sometimes.
All of it, which doesn't lend itself to good music. But they have a ballad singer on here, specifically, oh gosh, this is going to be very specific, but like, if just old K-drama watchers, if you're out there, in the it's Scent of a Woman, the K-drama where the woman finds out that she's about to die, so she goes on a trip and she meets one of the most beautiful men in the world, Lee Dong-wook, while she's there, and they have a romance. Okay? Beautiful. I have not watched this since approximately 2011, so don't come for me if it's problematic. But there is a song in that K-drama that is beautiful, sung by a talented woman, and they have her on this, and I said, that doesn't seem right to me. And it's not right. The song is bad, and they gave her a bad part.
Oh.
So Treasure, keep it.
Yeah. I mean, the best thing I can say about Bona Bona is before they get to the first chorus, it's a great song, and then everything after that is done. I mean, the part with the three rappers is terrible. It's awful. It sounds really, really bad, because we've said this before. I don't think anyone in Blackpink is a good rapper, none the least of which the rappers, especially because they mostly just rip off people like Rihanna when they actually try to rap anything. But both Jenny and Lisa can make me believe it.
Mm-hmm.
They are pretty charismatic performers.
Uh-huh.
I don't know the guys' names in Treasure, and I'm never gonna learn them, frankly. They are not good rappers. And they aren't charismatic.
No.
And they're especially not charismatic when they're like posted up pretending to be Migos, rest in peace, in a white room.
Uh-huh.
Like they're in a Fast and Furious movie.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
I remember watching some like different shows with Treasure when they were like first starting, because Going Crazy and My Treasure were, I think, some of my top listened to songs when they came out. And so I was like, what is this group? And two of the rappers are the Japanese members who may have been rappers under YG Japan, but it also felt as though they were learning how to rap and like Korean at the same time, where it's clear that, or at least rapping in Korean, because speaking a language and being able to rap in it are very different. And so it just feels as though they were hearing it and they said, this is how you do it. However, that one little rapper, I believe his name is Hyunsuk, I don't remember, but that little one is such a fucking problem.
Is he the one with the not cornrows in this song?
Uh-huh. He has been caught up.
Not braids. Well, I guess they are braids. You know what I mean.
I got you.
They're braids, but they're not black braids, but they look like they're trying to be black braids.
He has gotten caught up so many times for faux dreads, box braids, you name it. He's got it. He is a G-Dragon, a mini G-Dragon, but with even more anti-blackness because of youth. Unfortunately, the young age will really drive forward anti-blackness when it's unchecked.
His inspirations are G-Dragon, Zico, Mino, Bobby, Bi, and Suga.
Do you know what that creates? A demon.
It's true. I just opened up just to make sure that we got his name right. It is in fact Hyunsuk, Choi Hyunsuk. I just pulled up his K profiles page. It says this little factoid. He performed "Humble" in his introduction video. It doesn't say "Humble" by who, but I think we both know who it's by.
Listen. It's such a bad fucking. This is a bad picture we're painting.
For the audience, it's "Humble" by Kendrick Lamar, by the way, in case you don't know. Very, very famous song, a very catchy song. I like that song. But a particular kind of person is going to be performing a "Humble," generally speaking.
I would say so. So that's it. That's it. I listened to the whole Treasure album. I hate how much I disliked it. I hate how much I liked this song until the chorus hit.
That's when it's the worst, is when it feels like a betrayal. Like, oh, I was gonna like this song. Mm-hmm. And then you just had to do something.
Irredeemable. But we have come to the end of the month, and we've got one more thing to talk about.
Oh, and we're gonna be so much more positive already. July was a long month in terms of K-pop releases.
Mm-hmm. Because we've talked about maybe half of what's on our doc for things that have come out.
And our doc isn't even all the releases. It's just all the ones that we would potentially talk about.
It's been full, but the month essentially ended with ITZY, and they released Cake. Although Bad On Me was the pre-release, and I think None of My Business is like the second song that they're promoting with Cake.
Yeah, Bet On Me and None of My Business both pre-releases.
Oh, they're both pre-releases. Okay. I think we can just start with Cake isn't very good.
You want to start with Cake?
We could just because I don't think there's much to say about it. It's not very good. I don't think it's like the catchy kind of bad either.
It wants to be, though. It wants to be the campy kind of track. I mean, it's very kitsch by IVE, right? Mm-hmm. That's what it's going for.
It just doesn't quite. It doesn't quite.
We don't like kitsch either, so maybe it is successful in that sense.
Actually, we could just not be the audience.
But we can still say how we feel.
Yeah, I don't think it's very, very good. I don't think the song really suits anybody's voice either.
No, I mean, like, ITZY aren't necessarily known as vocal performers. They even if they technically are great singers, and allegedly, I don't know if you've heard this rumor before, but allegedly Ryujin is the best singer by like a super wide margin, but her brand isn't singing, so she doesn't sing.
I've heard that about like 3 different ITZY members. Oh, actually, she's the best singer, but like her dancing is really good, so that's what she does. Or she's a really good singer. Ryujin is the one
who I've like consistently like always heard it about.
I've heard it about Leah, especially when people were catching on that she wasn't the strongest dancer, and I've heard it about Yeji.
Yeji? They do let Yeji sing, though.
Hey, listen.
Okay, you're right. Sorry. I'm sorry. I tried to apply logic to the situation. That's my bad.
I said I've heard it. But yeah, Cake is whatever. However, I don't know.
ITZY love to have Caucasians in their videos. Did you ever think about that? Do you ever notice that?
Well, yeah, because JYP likes to show that it's a diverse company.
Oh my god. Have you been watching? I haven't. That fucking thing, his American... I almost called it American Idol, but you know what I mean.
It's American Idol, but it's just him. I have seen clips of him smiling so Like
lecherously.
a proud father mixed with a complete predator. As people perform and then going, well, the thing is, you're not good at singing. And then saying the most hurtful, callous shit with a smile on his face.
He's such a devil.
It's so fucking unhinged. 2 years ago, JYP was going out giving Bible study seminars in white linen pants, and now he's doing this.
Someone stop that man, please.
Please put him back on the board. Something. Give him something to do. But
anyways, back to ITZY.
Back to ITZY. Cake is bad. It's just whatever. It's not bad. I don't like it.
I think it's bad. The music video is always ugly. I joke about the Caucasians just because ITZY always loves to do that.
Oh right,
but
that's where we were.
Yeah, there's also like the Squid Game ripoff. They also look like they're wearing extremely cheap outfits. They appear to be custom, but they also appear to be made out of pleather, and then they're wearing like some super expensive like vêtements and stuff like that in the video. The color grading on this video is so pastel, but like the color grading is pastel, but nothing in the actual video is pastel.
It looks like such a weird Stray Kids music video. But without the the extreme polish that Stray Kids usually gets in their recent videos. It's I don't know. I'll leave it at that.
I don't know. And MIDZY have really turned on ITZY in general, but especially with this EP seems to have been like the straw that broke the camel's back.
Because it started with Mafia. Mafia hated it. And then Sneakers came out, and it was as if ITZY had killed someone live.
And like, I don't like Sneakers. I do like Mafia because it's a trashy EDM song, so of course I do. But like, those aren't outside of the sound that ITZY had already been producing. No,
they really aren't.
There's a straight line between Not Shy and Sneakers. It's very obvious.
I don't think you can say that ITZY's music has changed, and suddenly JYP, the entertainment company, not the man, is ruining ITZY when their sound has been pretty consistent. Also, I'm so sorry. Bringing it back to Stray Kids, taking it to an NCT 127. If they can do what they do, ITZY can put out a Sneakers.
Oh yes, absolutely.
The rest of the album, however, I really, really like. I don't think I've ever listened to a full ITZY album, so I can't say if like Kill My Doubt is just an anomaly in terms of the B-sides. But I like Bet on Me. As much as I like a High School Musical beat, it would shock you to know that I love fake teen angst.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
And Bet on Me is paint a picture. You are a teenage girl specifically.
Yep.
The movie opens. Said girl is coming into home after school, slamming the door. She goes to her room, she trashes it because she saw the boy she likes kissing her enemy in the cafeteria. Enemy. She says she trashes her room. She hates it. She cries. She picks up her phone. She looks at it. You don't see what's on the phone. It doesn't matter. This is a teen movie. She puts the phone down. She fixes herself up. And then she gets cute and she goes out because she's over it. That's Bet on Me.
Yes.
I love it.
She goes out with the girls that she's just met. Her new girl gang that support her.
That's
because
all
women
you need.
Support women.
That's all you need. It's feminism.
That's feminism.
Moving on. The rest of the songs are just good.
Wait. Real quick about Bet on Me. I assumed, even though not every member of ITZY is equally skilled at dancing, they're doing difficult things. So I presume dancing, advanced form of cardio. Running, also advanced form of cardio.
Yes.
You would think that the ITZY girls would know how to run?
No.
But each of their running form is so horrible.
No. You would be so shocked with how running gets somebody fucked up every day.
Like, none of it looks right. And it's especially funny because there's a lot of shots of Yeji running, and they're like kind of shaky drone shots, or she'll be running right towards the camera. And like, it looks fine. It looks totally fine. And then there's a wide shot of a drone on the side of a bridge, and she looks like she is running at approximately 5.5 miles an hour.
I've also never seen someone run with such a straight, stiff back.
Yes, her posture for running is bad. It's really bad. And I don't, like, I guess they decided maybe it doesn't look cool enough if the posture isn't straight. Like, I don't know.
It's so funny.
They did her dirty.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Because, like, her strides are so short. She's not high stepping, but it kind of looks like she's high stepping because her steps are so little.
It's funny. They all look pretty in it though, because it's really like natural makeup. But the running sequences, especially Veggie, she gets the most running. They're all running by the end, but she starts the running.
They let, I think it's Yuna, she runs for maybe 3 seconds.
3 seconds?
Yeah. And I don't know why, because she looked fine. Like, she looked totally fine, so I don't know why they left her until the very end. But it's extremely funny to me.
It's good. It's good. I had fun. I had fun with the video. I had fun with this album. Just because I don't think we haven't done this for this episode, just because there weren't too many good B-sides. But Bratty is absolutely my favorite B-side on the album.
Shocker.
So we can wrap it up.
Wait, no, I also wanted to say two of the MVs, both Bet On Me and Cake. I don't know if like there's someone at JYP who understands that Ryujin is popular with the queers, but doesn't, like, they haven't recognized that. So they're like, I guess I'll keep putting Ryujin in Bermuda shorts for some reason.
Yeah, they're like,
here's the thing, Bermuda shorts are fucking ugly. They're bad. They're poorly proportioned, especially for someone who has, like, relatively model-esque proportions like Ryujin, but they won't stop putting her in a fucking low-rise Bermuda short. That is not a stud, Your Honor.
Here is the problem. They give her a bob and a little lesbian outfit, and the popularity skyrockets. They go, wow, the fans really love her in this look. Let's keep it up, without realizing it's a bunch of baby lesbians losing their minds. And so they're just creating a lesbian monster.
They are.
Without realizing it.
But I mean, hey, that's the nice thing about if you, no matter how intentionally or unintentionally you create your gay monsters in K-pop, because of the way K-pop works with the no dating, nothing bad will ever happen.
Nope.
until the group has been fully dissolved.
Yup. And now we can actually wrap it up.
That's all I had to say. I just had to get that out there. As two lesbians reviewing K-pop, which is apparently our brand, as per the top of the episode, it had to be said. The lesbian report had to be done.
Somehow they're just. I thought after a while that they would kind of let her grow her hair out and just style her like the rest of ITZY.
The bob was never leaving.
It's not happening.
The shorts I thought would go.
It's getting worse.
They're getting worse. They're getting cut off. They're getting lower rise. They're being paired with vests.
Vests. Like, with the Bermuda short, she had on a mesh long sleeve shirt underneath a vest. Are you kidding me?
A cropped pleather vest. But then in Bet On Me, she's wearing a distressed knit vest. A sweater vest.
She looks like, how many TXTs are there? 5? She looks like the 6th.
She looks exactly like Hyunin Kai in the fucking Jonas Brothers video, just in a different color palette. That's the evil twin, bitch.
I was thinking, I Know I Love You. Love song.
It's a little bit love song for sure, especially the breakdown in the MV when they're dancing.
But no, it's just Hyunin Kai with the Jonas Brothers and the promo images. Like we said, we have fun here.
We have fun here, even when the month has not given us much to celebrate, frankly.
No, you make your own fun in K-pop.
That's how it has to be. But not in a Delulu way, but you have to make your own fun, or else it's not fun anymore.
We do not support Delulu behavior. We support having fun. Okay, that's the real podcast slogan, genuinely.
Put
that on the t-shirts, the Chaos t-shirts.
Yeah, an entire sentence. It just block it. Like it'll have the same visual of I went on the Super Screamin' Slammo roller coaster, and all I got was a stupid T-shirt.
Just full sentence, punctuation, all of it, grammatically
neckline
correct.
to hem.
God.
Anyways,
that was July somehow. August is already looking a little much, and I can't say that it's looking good. So,
yeah,
be ready for that in 2 weeks.
We'll try to be more on time for that one. In basically 2 weeks. We were late for this one because, like I said, I was busy and then sick for 2.5 weeks. So apologies, that is my bad. But hopefully we'll be a little bit more on time with the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll find out what happened in August.
Regardless, thank you for your patience. Thank you for hanging out. You can find me, Danny, most places at Karanades. I am on Twitch. I am on co-host.
You are on Twitch? You've been streaming a lot.
I've been streaming a lot more. I'm
Minecraft
having fun.
Mondays, baby.
Minecraft Mondays. Hellish time, but I'm committed. And Lotus?
You can find me at Lotus Loves Lotus pretty much anywhere. I am primarily, though, on Twitch, YouTube, and co-host. My stream account on co-host is Lotus Loves Lotus, but you'll find me at Lotus casually as well.
And that wraps it up.
See y'all next month, Enswers.
Bye, Enswers.
Ooh.